Yeah, just doing a, yeah, making the turn. Now getting back onto Magnolia. Yep, yep. Wild left turn, pedestrians crossing the crosswalk, now going the wrong way down Vineland Avenue. That was a wild and unnecessary and unexpected turn there. A left turn into oncoming lanes of traffic, now going southbound in the northbound lanes on Vineland Avenue, coming very close to pedestrians who were crossing the crosswalk. A frightening move there that has really just been a wild turn of events here as the driving just gets more chaotic, and now LAPD is going to try and get these two off the road. Once again, they've got a helicopter circling this car, but they are now going to try and get units into the area here. The driving has just suddenly really gotten way too dangerous. They're going to have to get these two off of the road. Again, crisscrossing through Burbank, now making a left turn onto Camarillo. Oh, into parked cars, overturned. BMW overturned the drivers. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so this is coming to an end here after striking a couple of parked cars. The driver and passenger getting out of the car appear to be uninjured, running through the neighborhood, and now running through a set of apartments off of Camarillo Street, running very, very fast through this neighborhood after a wild crash into parked cars. You can see the two of them are going to look for a hiding spot here. LAPD circling the area, units getting into position here. It's going to be a few minutes, but it looks like they have gotten them, looks like they are getting down on the ground, proned out here, perhaps by orders of that LAPD helicopter. No, there it is. Look at that, a ground unit able to get these two into custody. Woo! Wow. They were looking for a hiding spot and ran into this LAPD cruiser at the end of the alleyway between this apartment complex. The male and female now being taken into custody. In the dumpster. That one there? That dumpster right there? Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and regroup here as these two are now being taken into custody. We'll go ahead and check out that wild crash scene. They came running down this alley after flipping over that BMW. A violent crash into several parked cars there on Camarillo Street, and a dramatic crash ending to this, what was a pursuit, just turning into a dangerous joyride. Clearly feeling the pressure. They had the LAPD helicopter overhead, but there was nobody chasing them. There was nobody behind these two. He just lost control, struck a couple of parked cars, flipped the vehicle over, and both of them managed to get out of the car apparently unscathed. Yeah, let's go ahead and re-rack that, and we'll look at this crash once again. Look at that. A high-speed crash into two parked cars. That BMW doing a full rollover, and somehow those two were able to get out of the vehicle. You can see those airbags going off, smashed glass all over Camarillo Street. And both of them managing to slide out of the passenger side, running down the block and through this apartment building, having no idea that on the other side of this alley was an LAPD cruiser ready to take them into custody. What a wild end to this chase. Negative. Hey Jay, go ahead, I got you.
On the 105 and going over the top of the 405 right now as we go under the flyover, and so this will take us down, and this comes to an end down here at Sepulveda and Imperial. So, and if he takes that tunnel through to LAX, that's going to, oh, there's turn, boom, boom, right into the sun. Tried to make that turn. The maneuverability took it out. He wasn't able to do that. He realized he was running out of freeway. He's trying to dive off onto Imperial. So right now he just tried to make the turn, spun, and hit that Gore Point barrier there. And now, right now, we've come to a stop here on the westbound 105, just over, I believe this is Aviation. No, actually, we're over La Cienega. It's La Cienega is a street here, just on the west side of the 105 freeway. You see officers are out, kind of keeping an eye on it. Hopefully he's not trying to back away or do anything, because that would really cause issues now. So as we sit here and watch as they go into their felony stop procedures, units getting in position, getting in behind other vehicles here, getting ready to use those PAs, the public address systems, to make the call outs. And we'll see right now what happens as he works on the work on trying to get him out of the car peacefully. So right now, as we always say at the end of pursuits, the outcome of this pursuit is all up to that suspect in the car. If he gives up, walks back, does what they say, it'll all be over and nobody will get hurt. But unfortunately, we don't know what's going through this guy's mind. What they said it was a possible DUI driver. Is it alcohol? Is it drugs? Or is he just having some type of issue? But this has gone on for quite a while now as we've been following this, they've been in pursuit from Carson all the way from 3 o'clock. So we're at the hour mark here as this all started. And now coming to an end here right above La Cienega on the 105. They're still back giving commands. I really can't tell if he's got hands out the windows. If we punch in a little bit more, Colton, if we could. I really can't see too well up here on this monitor, but right now it's just like his hands are out the window and somewhat maybe complying with what the officers are ordering. Well, that could be. I mean, he hit it pretty hard on the left-hand side as he tried to make that snap right turn and found out you don't drive very well on rims and hit that Gore Point. And so right now we're just kind of keeping an eye on working on trying to get more light. There he's coming, hands out of the car, and we're looking here to see what he's doing, but he's got his hands hanging out. So maybe you're right, Lou. He can't get out that door. So they'll just tell him to climb out the window. I mean, I've done that. If I can't get out, well, then climb out the window. And so it's just a matter of what the cooperation is with that driver, whether he'll do that. I'm sorry, you try that again, Glenn? Well, no, he just been evading. I don't think it's risen to the level of felony evading. I mean, he hasn't hit anybody. He's really not driven too crazy, except up in Hollywood. He got going a little too fast for the CHP, and they gave up on it. But, in our times right now, I highly doubt this is going to get to the felony level. They may arrest him on a felony, but it probably will never get past the filing of a felony. But he's just at the point now of delaying the arrest, which is a misdemeanor in itself. So I think we're still at the misdemeanor level. And then, more than likely, having lived through this for 30 years and how these things work, he'll end up getting arrested out of the pursuit. They'll offer him, driving recklessly, or they may give him the DUI and then kiss everything else off, or let everything, sorry, use a little term there, but let everything else go, or just.
to get off on 177 here. Like I said, we're just now about a mile from it and still traveling at a very high rate of speed, Carl. We're still doing 110, 120, and that trooper car is right behind him.
Now that this is not something that we see OHP doing when there's normal traffic on the road, right? I mean, even OHP would hang back and watch this
He's
thing
taking
play
177.
out. Okay.
Taking 177. So we'll see if he goes north or south here, Carl. We're slowing up. Okay, now he's taking the shoulder around traffic. Okay, he's going to be going northbound. He's going to go northbound. I'm going to be making a circle here. I'll try to make a flat circle so we don't lose. I'll go up. Okay. There he goes. He tried to get back on westbound I-40. Westbound I-40 from 177 here, and that's where he made his mistake. The trooper was able to pit him just as he come around that curve and to stop this pursuit here. So again, when he come off I-40 eastbound, off the 177 off-ramp, he come northbound to try to get on I-40 going back west, and that's when this trooper was able to pit him. A great timing and great maneuver right there to bring this chase to an end, Carl.
Well, they got him out of the car quick. Boy, I thought they'd have this car surrounded for a little while before they get the driver out, but that's not the case. This guy now in cuffs, ending a police chase that started over 45 minutes ago in Oklahoma City, northeast Oklahoma City, I-35 southbound. We ended up at on 177 off of I-40 eastbound, way east of Shawnee, and this guy was going pretty good.
And they're about to put out information. Lost control there, going off the roadway there, nearly hits a parked vehicle, now back on the roadway. Again, we'll bring the camera out just a little ways to show you a little better the neighborhood that we're in. It's most of this area right here are it's either residential on one side and warehouse on the other. Oh, just missed that vehicle right there at that intersection. That's very dangerous, as we've indicated several times now, hoping that this comes to an end peacefully, but we're just going to continue to follow it. Go ahead. There we go. There's your crash. Right there. Nearly, obviously struck the railroad crossing there. We've got a guy that's jumped out now. He's going to be fleeing into this area here. They're going to put a perimeter up. We're going to continue to watch as best we can here as it goes through this area that looks like it's all pallets here. All wooden pallets, either a place where they store them or a place where they manufacture them. But right now the last place we saw this suspect was, there he goes. Now he's running inside the building. So now they'll put a perimeter up around this building here. Going to keep an eye, just widen the camera back out a little bit. But as you were saying, Lynn, there, obviously a very dangerous situation here. Fortunately for everybody else, he did not. We got a police officer now running here through the back area. But we're going to bring the camera out a little wider here. If you guys spot him, just you can holler too and let us know. But we're looking here. Let me see here. Right, you can see. Right. Let me show you Lynn here, the top and bottom. And Jeff, the Lynn and bottom, he's telling that he's behind the pallets here. So what we've got is we've got all the police officers at the bottom of the screen, and then you'll see the police helicopter is right there at the top of the screen. I don't know if you can make it out there, but he's right at the top of the screen on the far side, which would be the north side of the railroad tracks. They're watching, waiting for somebody to come out. What they'll do now is, if they've secured this area, they'll get a couple of canine officers with their dogs, and they'll bring those dogs in here, and they'll go right to them. They'll go right to that area. But again, this all happening. Let me see here. Okay, I can give you a pretty good locator here. I'm going to bring the camera back out just one more time here until we get the takedown. If we do get a takedown, that's the Walmart, upper right-hand corner, 27th Avenue, right off of 27th Avenue. 37th Avenue and 79th Street. So again, the bailout occurred right here after this vehicle struck the wall, struck the pole, the traffic control light for the railroad tracks. You saw the driver bail out of the vehicle. Appears to be the only person that was in it. To the left. Here we go. Yeah, it's an officer. It's an officer, but okay, we appreciate that. We use all the help we can get up here. We're still just waiting right now. He's obviously, or it appears that he would, I'd say he's hiding inside that warehouse there where all the pallets are. We still have, I can look out, looking straight down my window, and I can see Florida Highway Patrol. I see county vehicles, more vehicles pulling up here to assist in trying to locate the driver of this vehicle. In the meantime, the helicopter from Miami-Dade Police stands sentinel there on the north side of the railroad tracks here. Again, I'm going to give you the address. I put it at 75th Street between 37th and 39th Avenue. That's the warehouse there. And we're keeping the camera medium to wide because if someone runs in either direction out on the corners there, we want to make sure that we provide you with those pictures and we can keep track of it. Yes, initially the call went out for a 315 where it's that guy in custody.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Kevin, sorry. Yeah, he's westbound. We believe there may be two people in the truck now. As usual, incredible video. This car rolled all the way over and now is still westbound on I-40 as they're still trying to take this car out. There's nobody behind it. We've got 4 patrol cars, 2 more coming up, so hopefully they can put an end to this right here. This is a great time to put an end to it. Yeah, we're slow rolling westbound on I-40. They have I-40 shut down at Air Depot right now, so they're slow rolling. Air 1 is almost here, so as I said, I'm listening to 4 or 5 different radios at this time. But that was incredible video. I've never seen that before, where they rolled a car like that and it ended up on all 4 wheels and is still rolling down I-40 westbound. I don't know. But as you can see, he's pulling over. Okay. Yeah, this would be a felony.
10-4. Thank you for your help.
Probably going to be Sherman Way. You know, what can you do? What can the officers do to bring this to an end? They've been trying to do this, kind of just letting it go a little bit, just relaxing, just falling back. Just went Sherman Way right there, but you saw that. It just blew right through that light, no regard. Very lucky for the public that nobody's been injured. This driver, no regard this afternoon, or that's the way it seems. But how are they going to bring this to an end? That's the big question. LAPD coming up to another intersection. You see those brake lights coming on. Hard turn. Hoppo! There you go. That's another car he hit. Oh, jeez. And now you're seeing some damage to the front of the car right there. We're going to swing the helicopter around a little bit. That's right. You know what? And did you see that accident? I feel bad for those people that were on the other side of that. Front of the car now very damaged. You can see that front fender, the driver front fender, just crumpled up. A lot of smoke. Whoa! Oh! You know, you just, every time we go through those intersections right now at these high speeds, I'm just thinking to myself, please, 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 nobody in that intersection. He's continuing on right now. You can see that car doing what you're saying, wiggling. Even higher speeds now that he's been in that collision. Parts of the car coming off as he's driving. Tires, they seem to have held through that crash. Coming up on Balboa, we're on Saticoy and through Balboa. And this is in this street right here. There's a big hairpin coming up. He's going to have to make some kind of hard maneuver. He's keeping up these high speeds. We're going to stay a little bit wider. I'm just hoping that there's no other people that are going to be involved if this comes to a crashing end. There's the turn right there. That's going to be Havenhurst. That's going to be a hard turn, and he's swinging it around on Havenhurst right there, and continuing on, heading back over towards Sherman Way. So you can see how fast this guy's going. Now the car is damaged. Armed, I am just at a loss for words. I couldn't imagine being law enforcement in this situation, what to do to keep the public safe. This person, a complete menace. We've seen several collisions. One I would call more than moderate. Coming up on Sherman Way, just past, yeah, we already passed it, past Sherman Way, and just continuing on now, southbound on Van Owen, extremely high speeds this afternoon. Whoa! Oh no! 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 Oh, the car is stopped. Guy is out right. He has a weapon or he has something in his hands. Can't say for sure if that's a gun, but he has definitely something in it. He just put it in his pocket. Could have been a cell phone. But this is what officers have to deal with. Gosh only knows what he had, but he was definitely holding on to it. In his pocket, in his right-hand pocket, officers from LAPD coming up on him right there, taking him into custody. A little bit of a struggle. He's down on the ground. We'll find out if that was a weapon or a cell phone, but some scary moments for sure. LAPD, wow. Wow, what an end for this. Bringing this thing to an end right now. We're going to check on those other drivers here in just a moment, but definitely some tense moments right there. It's going to be Van Owen and Havenhurst is where that last accident happened. Carjacking suspect.
A fiery end to a dangerous chase. It began as a reckless run in South Yundarup.
All units on the Impreza task. Vehicle is high speed, lane 2 of 2.
Police say this Subaru was stolen in Armidale last night. It was spotted this morning in Willard.
As police approached the vehicle, it took off at speed and clipping the police vehicle on the way through. The officers were not injured.
They found it again on Forest Highway, travelling at high speed, but it wasn't fast enough to escape pursuit. Stingers were deployed near the Pinjarra Road overpass, taking out tyres.
The vehicle has been stung on 3 tyres, apparently.
There guys, just lost the rim.
But the stolen car doesn't slow down, crossing to the wrong side of the freeway.
Stand by. Oh. 406.
The car catches fire.
The vehicle's crossed onto the incorrect side of the freeway and has been...
1-year-old now...
She's about 45 miles an hour, but again, she's not yielding for the police there. She's not stopping at all. We're coming up on a 4-way stop here. Let's see what happens. Got a few traffic, a few other cars up here, the 4-way stop sign.
Yeah, when she gets to Western, she's going to have to turn left or right because that's where it dead ends.
It looks like her speed's picking up a little bit now that she's coming up on this intersection. Let's see what happens.
Folks, this started at about 5:35 in the area around Memorial and Western. Pursuit with this vehicle.
Oh my goodness.
Goes a little bit airborne
she's
there.
about to lose control.
She's
losing control. Yeah, she lost control there for a minute.
But it looks
she
like
went
her car's still
airborne,
mobile.
ran that stop sign, went airborne, and lost control here. Let's see if police are able to take her in custody.
She's not giving it, boy.
She just
squeezed
rammed
her
the police
in.
car in front of her.
She was trying to get out of there. They're out with their guns drawn.
They are. I think she disabled her car by running into that deputy's truck. Looks like they're going to take her in custody here.
Strange chase.
Okay, buddy, gotcha.
A very strange end to a chase that went from the South Edmond area down Oklahoma City back up to Edmond, and it has ended right here about 40 minutes after it started.
At one point on I-35, as she was heading northbound toward Edmond, it appeared that she thought that she was in the clear on this deal and was driving slower than most of the traffic around her who were passing her. She got up to Sooner and Waterloo and actually pulled into a gas station looking like she was going to gas up again and maybe head on home for the night when an officer pulled in to the same gas station and she took off, and that has ended about 3 miles from there with her being boxed in by Logan County authorities, it looks like.
That was the most bizarre things that happened after a chase, or during a chase, stopping to get gas. Okay, I want to bring back in James Albertson. James, we're watching the end of this chase, all unfolding live right here on News 9. They have her into custody. James, give us an update out there from what you're seeing.
Hey, it looks like we're just west of Broadway. And again, police took her in custody. If you just missed it, she ran a 4-way stop sign, went airborne, lost control, ran into the deputy's truck there in front of her. And you can see the front end damage on her car, disabled her car. They were able to take her in custody. After, like you said, Amanda, a very bizarre pursuit. Reporting live from Bob Hill, Sky News 9, James Albertson, back to you.
Jim, you've been on.
9 to 10.
We're still back northbound, Cimarron Road. Back northbound, coming up to Southwest 44th. Southwest 44th Street. We have one vehicle coming southbound on that 2-lane road. Look like a farmer carrying a round bale there on his pickup. Oh, he lost it. Took out a power pole, took out a power pole, lost it. He clipped that truck. He clipped that pickup truck. Okay, looks like the door's open. Looks like they're going to try to run here. It looks like the driver is hurt pretty severely. That person got out of the driver's seat, went out of the passenger seat, went around to the driver's door here. But that was pretty dramatic right there. He took out several rows of fence, took out a power pole. You saw the flashes from the lines hitting there. It looked like there was a transformer on that pole, but it wasn't. The transformer was further to the east. So again, Alex, we're kind of staying wide here. Because we don't want to zoom in on that car because that was a pretty bad impact there. So I would imagine that there could possibly be some fatalities involved with this. That's right, Alex. Like I said, even though the one passenger got out, went around to the driver's side door there. He looked like he was going to get down on the ground, but then he went around to the driver's side door. I imagine to see how the driver's doing. But again, and OHP, this is Sky9. I got you down there. That's right, it on Cimarron at Southwest 44th is where that ended, Alex. Southwest 44th. What happened was when that person driving the pickup carrying a round bale on the back, that car clipped that pickup truck. Now, I don't know if he clipped the truck or clipped the round bale, because the round bale is usually a little bit wider than the pickup. And he clipped that, lost control of it, because it is kind
Your discretion is heavily advised. You just don't know what's going to happen. I can see him. Oh, wow. Very close. See, that's what I'm saying, folks. It's not, it has every recipe not to end well. That, boy, oh boy. Is he going to do a U? Yeah. Is it wheelie time? I don't know. Continues to use this as his own personal speed zone, really. Just trying to crank up speed for what, right there. Here we go! No. All right, we gotta get out, folks. Jeez. Viewer discretion heavily advised, everyone. Boy. That was something. We said this had every recipe to be bad, folks. Folks, we will provide any updates that we can, but boy, that was a crash.